Your perfectly manicured lawn is aiding in the death of pollinators. Let your lawn grow wild and help create a world where bees may thrive once again. Good afternoon, Dr. Jones, classmates, and guests. My name is Samantha O'Donnell. I am here today to persuade you to stop relentlessly grooming your lawns and instead allow it to grow wild and free to help save the bees. According to Harrington, in her article, America's Biggest Crop is Grass, written for Business Insider in 2016, she reports that a whopping $30 billion is spent in the United States to maintain our lawns each year. She also states in this report that lawns in the U.S. take up about 40 billion acres of land. Considering that the leading cause of bee population decline in the United States is contributed to the use of pesticides and lack of habitat, as reported by Lerman in their article, To Mow or Not to Mow, written for the Scientific Journal in 2018, it is mind-boggling to try and understand why Americans are literally paying billions of dollars to kill off the bee populations. Grossman, in their article, Declining Bee Populations, published by Yale University in 2013, reported that in the winter of 2013 alone, the United States lost 40 to 50% of its honeybee population. If Americans allowed their lawns to grow naturally, they would save not only time and money, but one of the most precious and important contributions to our ecosystem, the bees. Close your eyes for a moment. Try to imagine a world without flowers, a supermarket without fresh fruits and vegetables, and an overall lack of biodiversity. This is the world that we would inherit if we were to allow the bee population to die off. Rafferty suggests in his article titled, What Would Happen If All the Bees Died?, published by Encyclopedia Britannica in 2018, that if all the bees were to die off, we would ultimately face a worldwide famine. Now, the image I described above may be stark, but there is something small we can all do to help save the bee population. The answer may seem simple, but it would make a huge difference. Simply mow less and don't use harmful pesticides. By doing so, we could provide up to 40 billion acres of habitats for bees, as reported by Harrington. An additional small step that we could take is planting native plants in our yards instead of grass. Real explains in an article titled, Attracting Pollinators to Your Garden by Using Native Plants, published by U.S. Forest Services in 2016, that local bee populations evolved to survive off native plants. Native plants provide the best food and shelter for bees in your neighborhoods. So, planting more of these native plants can help bee populations thrive. Now, imagine for me a life spent relaxing with loved ones, instead of slaving away maintaining a chemical mess of a lawn. A life where we sit back and enjoy the fragrant flowers, chirping birds, and buzzing little bees who make this all possible. This could be our reality if we all just did a little less. Loss of habitat and the use of pesticides are the leading causes of bee population decline. By simply allowing our lawns to grow and refusing to use harmful pesticides, we could save time, money, and our precious pollinators. I would like to now ask the audience to take a vote determining whether or not everyone agrees to partake in allowing their lawns to grow more freely in an effort to save bee populations. Please, raise your hand to show that you are in favor of this motion. Thank you.